6 unusual wars you never heard of. Throughout history, the pages of the past have been inked with conflicts and strife. While many of these wars are well documented and studied, there are some peculiar battles that often slip under the radar. In this video, we'll dive into 6 unusual wars that history forgot. 6. The War of Jenkins Ear, 1739 to 1748. The War of Jenkins Ear seems almost comical due to its name, but it was a serious matter between Britain and Spain. Its strange title stems from the severed ear of Robert Jenkins, a British merchant captain. In 1731, his ear was allegedly cut off by Spanish guards when they intercepted his ship. This incident became a catalyst for conflict years later, as tensions simmered between Britain and Spain over trade routes in the Caribbean and the Americas. While the war itself was part of a larger series of conflicts known as the War of the Austrian Succession, its memorable name immortalizes the bizarre causative incident. Despite the war being a section of greater geopolitical maneuvers, the notion of going to war over an ear makes it unforgettable. 5. The Emu War, 1932. Australia faced an unusual adversary in 1932, emus. Known as the Emu War, this odd skirmish occurred when emus seeking food during the Great Depression threatened Western Australian crops. Farmers, plagued with these large flightless birds, sought assistance from the military. Armed with Lewis guns, military men engaged these birds in what seemed like a war of attrition. However, despite their best efforts, the emus, with their speed and elusiveness, evaded military operations. The operation was eventually abandoned, and the emus claimed victory. This war underscores the unpredictability of nature and highlights the challenging human-wildlife conflicts that arise even now. 4. The Pig War, 1859. An amusingly named conflict between the United States and Britain, the Pig War was sparked not by human contention, but by the actions of a wandering pig. On San Juan Island, between the American mainland and Vancouver Island, an American farmer shot a British farmer's pig. This incident nearly incited a full-scale war, but was instead handled with diplomacy and restraint. Both nations deployed troops to the island, but cooler heads prevailed, and the issue was resolved without bloodshed. What makes this conflict particularly unique is how it emphasizes the importance of negotiation and diplomacy, preventing what could have been an unnecessary escalation into war. 3. The War of the Stray Dog, 1925. The War of the Stray Dog, also known as the Incident at Petrich, is a peculiar conflict between Greece and Bulgaria. The name comes from an incident where a stray dog crossed the border from Greece into Bulgaria, prompting a Greek soldier to give chase, inadvertently escalating into a larger border skirmish. This small incident led to the deaths of 50 people and eventually required intervention by the League of Nations to mediate and de-escalate the situation. This war serves as a reminder of how fragile peace can be and how seemingly insignificant events can trigger larger conflicts. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and highlight that bell icon. This will really help this channel out. 2. The Soccer War, 1969, also known as the Football War, this short conflict between El Salvador and Honduras is a testament to how intertwining cultural passions and political tensions can lead to warfare. Taking place in June and July of 1969, the war was ignited by a series of heated soccer matches amidst worsening relations. Issues of immigration as well as land reform disputes were stoking already high tensions. The matches were simply the tipping point. The war lasted only a few days, but it left a deep impact, showcasing the significant role that socio-political tensions play in conflicts between nations. 1. The Whiskey War, 1978 to 2022. Unlike the other unusual conflicts, the Whiskey War was a prolonged stalemate, but showcases a humorous take on territorial dispute. For decades, Canada and Denmark danced around the ownership of Hans Island, a small, uninhabited rock in the Arctic. Each nation would visit the island, remove the opposing flag, and leave a bottle of their national spirits, Canadian whiskey or Danish schnapps, giving the conflict its name. This light-hearted battle displayed an extraordinary measure of cordiality and serves as an excellent example of diplomacy over aggression. Finally, in 2022, both countries reached an agreement to split the island, a testament to how even funny, odd disputes can reach a mature resolution with humor and respect. Conclusion: history is littered with stories that range from monumental to the downright peculiar. These unusual wars remind us of the strange and varied nature of human conflict, where sometimes the triggers for battle can be as lighthearted as an exchanged bottle of booze, showcasing humanity's surprising ability to laugh at its own absurdity. To discover more bizarre stories like these, subscribe and hit the notification bell to explore the unexpected corners of history with us each week.